Alright, we are back for round 2 on the play with a hand that's fine. Like, turn to Stewart is nice. It's a bit light on red, maybe, on red mana it is, but I believe we should be fine. We can cycle Jet, and we have other things going on. Do not kill my Stewart. Okay, Rune Rat, cool. This match up pretty badly against what I have right here. Firebrand Archer not looking very good. Let's put it this way. An attack here would be very interesting. Yeah, that's what I thought. So now I'm gonna start finish, because since I did not play another creature, I can start attacking with my Vigilance Warriors. Ooh, Oketra. Oketra is kinda nice. Just gonna cycle main phase in case we draw red, and we can play Archer. No such luck, okay. I like Oketra with a bunch of token. That seems like a good game plan, right? And again, their early game doesn't seem to match up very well with ours. Endless Sands, alright. Into Torment of Venom, my dude. Yeah, I'm gonna take 3. I'd rather have my warriors around, for sure. Oh boy! This start was insane. It feels like when you go Stewart into start finish into a Ketra, you just cannot lose the game, but we might end up losing here. So they can trade here and remove our start finish, but we are pretty far from having the black mana anyway, so I believe it's fine. We mostly need to get any land in our deck right now. But I guess having mana issues on the first game of the match is kind of a light theme. For that draft, the flawed and now the screwed. Sure. Yeah. I'll remind them just playing reactively here, though. That's the thing. Okay, nice. Let's get a red. Drop the Archer, put them down to 13, and hope they don't have some very good strong follow-up. Though Oketra should be these. Cycling and Rampaging Hippo. Oh, it's actually a Jund deck? Really? Oh boy. That I did not see coming. I think we are probably attacking here with everything. Using Kindled Fury on the Archer, which I imagine they are going to block. They will get to remove the Unwavering and shit from the graveyard. That's not a big deal though. We are not really planning on doing that now. And I think we are pretty happy to continue to flood the board actually. And deal them more damage. Oh, it's actually a Jund deck. Insane. It's weird, you're playing against what looks like a 2-color deck, especially when you play Endless Sands. You can expect them to be double-colored. You don't really want to play that in a deck that's 3-colored. I think it's really a little bit too greedy. And then, you know, they end up being Jund somehow. And a concession, cool. And we had the Chef at Dunes in the back, ready to be pretty good with, you know, all the 1/1s. Okay, so it's actually Jund. Maybe splashing red for something. 2 Torment of Venom, 2 Rune Rat. Seems like a pretty strong deck. I think I'm gonna bring in Agony again. Maybe leaving that in the side is bad. I'm just... When I'm splashing for something, I'm really trying to make it as risk-free as I can, because if you are splashing for 3 or 4 cards off of 2 or 3 lands or sources of 1 color, and you end up drawing 2 cards you cannot cast, it's just awful. If there's 1 card you cannot cast, like the God here, it's the maximum we can have, because I guess start finish we can always cast the first half. then yeah, sure. I mean, it's a cost, but when you'll get to cast it, you will win most of the time. However, it's not really true for Splendid Agony, so I'd rather not do it. However, the card has been performing really well. So, I don't know, it's kind of close. And we have 3 black sources, which is not a lot, but it's more than a splash with only 2 sources, which is a little bit more common sometimes, I guess. I don't know. These are just numbers I'm making, but I mean, I rarely splash off of 2 sources. I think it's just a little bit not enough, but sometimes you kind of have to, or you end up doing that. And here it's it's really risky. 3 I think is starting to be decent number if you have only 1 or 2 spell, and then 4 or 5 are definitely better. I see a lot of people playing some 3-colored deck with double black card, double red card, and double green card, and or double whatever. Sometimes you can do that if you are green and you have a couple Gift of Paradise and or Oasis Ritualist and even more fixing. Sure, it might just be right. I've played some 3-colored, even 4-color green deck that were good and stable mana-wise. However, sometimes I just see people playing that, like they would play a deck like mine, like some type of Mardu mid-range / aggro deck, and without match fixing, and just play something like Torment of Venom alongside Puncturing Blow and some more and another double white card. I mean. And this is pretty risky. I don't know if I like that in general. Can we draw lands this game? No, says the deck. You shall not. I'm just gonna drop Archer. Maybe just trades. We are the aggressor in this matchup, I believe. However, looks like we're a little bit stuck on land, so making sure we don't die is probably a better idea. Tune Diviner. Red. Not exactly what I wanted, but okay. It's funny because we are playing a 3-color deck. I mean, we are splashing for a little bit of black, I guess, mostly. And so far we had a ton of mana issues, but they were not really linked with the splash. They were only linked with, the amount of land or the fact that we got, I think, 1 mono white hand for a lot of that, for quite a bit of time. Now it looks like it's gonna be mono red for quite a bit of time too. It's funny. I mean, it's not really funny, but I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like our deck doesn't like us. It looks like. Come on, what's going on? Can we play Magic? Do you have a Slaughter Pact? What's going on? Alright, the beatdown. El beatdown, impersonated by the Hearse Shaker. Hearse, not Hearse, but Hearse, I guess. Shaker Kenra. Ooh, they are getting aggressive. White? No such luck. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know. Again, this has nothing to do with this fact we are splashing black. I mean, not being able to cast Agony, sure. I'll take it. Such as life. Not being able to cast any of our white cards is a bit rough, for sure. I think we can discard Agony here and not take 3 because... it could be a little bit risky. Okay, we drew white. We also have our 1 mana away from using that, which is pretty nice. I think we just play yes and then Wavering Initiate. If they attack on me with the Eternal, I'm just gonna block. If they want to discard, fine, then I bring it back. I can do it over and over. It's not really a big deal. Feels bad when you're playing the aggro deck, but you have to play defensively because you've been drawing lands like a goat. If that means anything, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it means anything. Maybe I just invented a new flame expression, but mostly it doesn't really mean anything. I would trade with Dune Diviner if they let me do so. Another Torment of Venom is going to be rough. This is annoying, but a little bit less rough than another Torment of Venom. And Jet. Oh god. Where are you jetting me? Shafet Dunis. Don't really want them to know I can reanimate that, I think. Is there a way we want 7 land next turn? That's the only question. Yeah, maybe reanimating Unwavering Initiate plus Casting Steward, so we should, whatever. We will let them know. We'll let them know that something's coming. And that this thing is not here to joke. Oh, man, you need to stop at some point. Damn it. I guess the play is Steward, take 2 from the Dune Diviner, go down to 2 because we'll have to Sandblast that man. They cannot pump it twice, they don't have enough mana. Yeah, this is looking kinda green. Their deck has a lot of removal, that's for sure. I need them to stop, like they've been using some pretty sick removal every single turn. So if they could stop, you know, that'd be mucho appreciated. Let's start off with blasting that man and see what happens. Well, then you got me. And if you have a +2/+2 to spell, you win the game, but I'm not gonna play around that at this stage. No chump block. Give me a break, please. Soul Stinger. Whoa, putting the counter here? The hell? Why would you do that? Do you think I care about your 4/5? I can block it with my 4/4 and my 1/1. That's great. So we'll go up to 5-2, which is a somewhat decent number. And now I think we are not looking as bad as before, because unless I can get rid of our graveyard, we have a bunch of things to reanimate, we have a Steward going on, they only have 1 creature on the battlefield. I guess if they have another Cartouche of Strength, we lose, but you know what? I was not beating that any day of the week. I'm gonna double block here. Like, I'm either chump blocking, so if I'm not double blocking, I'm chump blocking, so I mean, there's no point in chump blocking if we can double block. And if they have, you know, 4th removal in a row, well, that's bad, but what can you do? So I'm just gonna sack the champion here. Or sack that, I guess. I cannot sack itself. Another, I guess it's written here. Another, okay. Well, this did not change anything though. Magma Spray. So I guess we bring back the Initiate, chump block, and spray the Soul Stinger, end of combat. Man, their deck is insane. Double Venom, Cartouche of Strength, and Ambuscade. Jesus, all this removal. Do not have a 5th removal here, I'm gonna be mad. Let me chump. Let me chump, Becky. Don't play a Colossopede. Rune Rat is acceptable. Goodbye. Good God. Why did I say that? Alright, do we go down to 4 here? I think we do. This is our ticket to get back in the game. I don't think going down to 4 against... Oh, I guess they are playing red, but if they're... I mean, if they have a burn spell, it's most likely either the 6 mana, the 6 damage one that we have 2 of in our deck, which we cannot beat anyway, or it's gonna be a 3 damage spell like Open Fire. So I don't think going down to 4 is a big deal. Going down to 3 would be another question for sure. I like them cycling hippos when they have 6 mana. Merciless Javelineer. That's a threatening card. They only have 2 cards left in hand though, so maybe we can beat that. I don't know. Kindled Fury, does that change anything? So they can blow up my warrior, make this unable to block, attack, and we can make a warrior, Kindled Fury it, and trade with that. Like, as far as I see it, we have 3 non-Oketra blocker because Oketra is not really a reliable blocker. And by the way, you might want to attack with her. If we do attack though, they get to chump with Rune Rat and remove our Earthshaker Kenra, which kind of feels bad. So probably just pass. If they had 3 cards in hand, we would be dead. I believe we can survive here, though. Endless Sands. Okay, that's one less. Oh geez. Oh, that's the 7/7 worm. They don't really have any more card in hand, though. And this is getting blanked by Oketra. Traveler's Amulet. Right on time, baby. No, actually it's fine. Like, getting more lands and maybe getting to put 2 warrior into the battlefield every turn is fine. Give us our second white for Chef at Dunes 2, which could... Or maybe do we just pick black? It's pretty close actually, because if we ever draw that or that... We are in trouble because they can put a counter on a Ketra and then we have no blocker for the Sandworm. But I'm not sure there's a lot we can do around that. And the play is pretty obvious too. I mean, we have one chump block off of Kindled Fury, but you know, that's not gonna get us anywhere really. So we need to top deck. Yeah. Yeah. Start finish would be good. The Scorpio God would not really be good enough at this point. And the Plains is certainly not going to do it. Right. So I can sacrifice the Dune and attack for... So I cannot use that in instant speed to do anything good. I can reanimate Kenra, make the Dune... Well, they can gain 2 anyway. They are at 21. I don't see them not attacking with the worm. I mean, we're gonna bring that back and make them use their ability. At least we get to see one more card. Should have made the Javelineer unable to block so I could attack with all the warriors, actually. But I believe we are dead unless they don't go for the kill for some reason. But if they don't, we kinda missed 4 damage for no reason. Which could matter, so this was certainly a mistake. Alright, GG's. Yeah, this game did not go well for us, but I don't think there's a ton we could have done. Like, just had a good 2-drop into, I mean, 2 good creatures in a row into us being, you know, mana screwed, and them playing a ton of free vol in a row, so don't feel too bad about this matchup in general, though. Because we should be the aggressor most of the time. Well, that's fine, I guess. At least we can cast pretty much anything in our deck with that mana. And one of our land is a utility land, which is decent. And if we flood a bit, maybe it's not the worst because we have a Catra. I'd rather not flood, obviously, but if we do, you know, might not be the end of the world. Feral Prowler. Yeah. Do I want to trade my Kindled Fury for that? Seems like a fairly bad move. I'm just gonna fetch another white. End of their turn and pass. Maybe we can just win off a Catra, that'd be good. They do have a lot for involved though, so flooding the board is gonna be tough. Oh, the spider. I don't like the spider. I don't like the spider at all. And they can afford to. Their deck seems completely insane though. Like they were the only green black player at the table, or maybe the only black player. All the revolt they got is pretty crazy. Should have played the chef at Dunes. But I thought I would play a Catra, which is actually not a great play here, so probably not really blocking and using Kindled Fury unless they tap out first, which seems unlikely, but I believe they are just gonna go Swamp, put 3 counter on your Camel, drain you for 1, attack for a bunch, and I'm gonna be mad. In any case, so no attack, okay, fine. Another Kindled Fury, okay. Just gonna drop a Catra and pass. I'm certainly not gonna attack into the Torment of Venom that they almost certainly have. So I assume they're gonna blow up the Camel, or maybe go for double Torment on a Catra, which, well, if they have, it's gonna be very tough to beat, I guess. Their deck is insane. I don't think I've ever seen such a good black-green deck ever so far. Yeah. For now we're gonna lose 3 life, we could use double Kindled Fury. But if they have, you know, if they have another freaking Torment on the Catra, we get a 2 for 1, getting rid of 2 Revolt, but we are not in great shape. I guess the Scorpio God could still win the game. The thing is they have a better late game than we have. At least if Catra dies, that's for sure. Soul Stinger. Putting 2 counter on the Prowler. Sure. Draining me for more. Okay. Frontline Devastator. I don't really think I have a good reason, a compelling reason to play that. I'd rather make a token here and get, try to get as much value off of Getra as I can. The Kindled Fury are looking very medium. No attack, cool. Now they're gonna kill a Ketra. I'm gonna lose 3 more. Jeez, that's insane. Double Torment of Venom every single game so far. Not sure what I'm supposed to do about that. Gilded Serodon is a good card, that's for sure. I got a nice attack, especially with the 2 Kindled Fury here. Hopefully they just ran out of removal. Because if they go one of their Ambuscade or Cartouche here, bleh, it's gonna be a nightmare. It's already kind of a nightmare here. Yeah. Alright, boy. Yeah. The fact that they got the double torment, double fighting spell, not double yet, but I'm pretty sure they have Ambuscade in hand. The fact that they got that every single game so far is just a little bit ridiculous. Like, I don't even know what we are supposed to do against that. You hope you could, dodge some of their cards sometime, but it's not looking like it's gonna be the case here. Not today, they say. Okay, cycling a desert is kind of good news. Don't play a Sifter Worm, please. That would be just... The other worm, maybe I can beat the Sifter Worm, probably not. Why are they not stacking? I don't get it. Oh, Even was a great top deck. Okay. They have the Spider, but we have Kindled Furies, and I think at this point, hopefully they are out of Torment of Venom, / Ringwall and whatnot. The thing is, they can endless send in their own Spider when we attack, which is meh for us. Magma Spray. That's not doing a ton. What happens if we sack Shepherd Dunes and attack with everything? Like we are completely insane. Like we went mad. And we'll have 2 Kindled Fury and a Spray in the back. What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Alright, let's do something mad. Oh, it's 1 more. Oh, then it kind of changes the equation, because then I don't have 3 mana to make this a 6 power unless I use both of my Kindled Furies. Yeah, somehow I thought it was 3, but 3 is the green land. They're at 22 too, which is pretty crazy. This doesn't give Vigilance, so if I attack, maybe they just take it. And we die on the backswing. So we could have 2 Furies available / Magma Spray. I can double Kindled Fury Devastator if they block that. Yeah, what the hell, let's go for it. I think they're out of gas at this point, and I kind of like applying pressure and getting a couple trades. Pretty sure this is fairly safe right here. Might be wrong, but... Okay, I like that. Sure. 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 Flick tune. It'll probably Kindled Fury that. Because otherwise we die. Because of the spider's ability. Here they are probably gonna remove their spider from the game. Yeah, okay. And then take 4. We exile that before they draw. Put them down to 14, and they're left with a 1-3 against our pretty good board. They have a spider under the Endless Sands. This was not like amazing, but we got rid of one of their big creature, and we forced them to discard the spider. I mean to Endless Sands the spider. So overall, I think it's fine. So here they can either get back their spider, or block my Devastator with the cat, take 5 down to 9, and trade and draw a card. I think this is acceptable. I don't think we were supposed to play a land here though. We also gained 4 in the process last turn. Hopefully they just get back their spider. The best play is blocking with Prowler and boosting, but maybe they are not gonna go for. Oh, cool! That's amazing, actually. I guess I'm missing 1 damage here, but I was pretty confident they would not. They would go for the Prowler play, which is a lot better. So now they will go down to 8 instead of 7, and this might end up mattering. They aren't down to 8 though, we have a flyer. They are a little bit flooded. They can't really get aggressive. Sure shot. So they kind of have to block the Devastator. So if we attack with everything, I guess what they will go for is maybe just eat that, or trade would be. It would actually be a trade, and eat that. Take 4. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think we won't attack. Again, I'm pretty confident they are completely out of gas here. So even though this is half a suicide attack, will be trading plus getting eaten, no matter how they block, I believe. But they kind of have to block this dude, which means that in combination with the Even, they will. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Boosting their own Devotee. This way they keep Devotee, so it's slightly better block instead of keeping the Prowler. Oh, they are boosting the Prowler though. Which I guess makes sense. But then we get to get rid of both of their creature, which is real nice, and they go down to 2. Draw a card, and we can just play a sure shot, and now even if they go Sandworm Convergence, we have lethal. No, we don't. Damn, we don't, because the Even cannot attack. So Sandworm Convergence still wins them the game. Any sweeper would do the trick too, but otherwise we are looking good. Granted, they flooded quite a bit. Gift, okay, that's some life. That's some life. Gift into a 7-drop would give them a little bit of time for sure. Merciless Eternal. Yeah, so I guess they're gonna discard anyway. I don't see any reason to play that land here. I mean, last time I said that we could have gotten 1 damage. So here they would actually... See, if we end up losing that one, this was a game we could have won because I think they are just discarding though here and going down to 1. So we are still extremely likely to win, but here they should be going down to 0 if I had played my land. But again, I did not really expect them to make the block they did, which was fairly risky, to be honest. Alright, we got there. Yeah. A couple plays were a little bit bad. You know. It was kind of close, but yeah, felt... On the other hand, you don't gain a lot by keeping a land in hand. It's not like they had the room to play around a lot of things, so I'm not sure. I think getting aggressive at some point, even though we knew we would lose a couple creatures, was right. But this was kind of an interesting game. I think you could have played it differently. I think the way I played it was mostly fine in the spirit, but a little bit, a couple, technical details were a little bit wrong and could have been played better. But yeah, we got there. Hope you enjoyed that second round. Thank you for watching. See you for the final.